Okay, look at this insane page of notes. So let's take the question, x squared minus 4x plus 3 equals 0. Let's identify A. We have a 1 in front. A equals 1, B equals negative 4, and C equals 3. Now, yes, you can factor this thing, so you would not do quad form for this question. But I'm just showing you because it's a nice, easy example. So let's write down the quadratic equation. X equals minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac. I'm going to get a better ac there. 4ac all over 2a. Put a box around it. That's the formula we're going to use a bunch of times on this sheet. Substituting the formula. X equals. Now, b is negative 4. So negative b would be positive 4. Notice in the notes, I've very carefully substituted negative 4 in for b, then very carefully distributed the negative. Whatever. Plus minus, square root. I'm going to substitute with brackets. B is negative 4, close bracket squared, minus 4, open bracket. A is 1, close bracket. C is positive 3. All over 2 times the a value of 1. Now I'm going to type whatever is in the calculator underneath the root into the calculator, and I'm going to get root 4. 2 times 1 is 2, all over 2. X equals plus 4 plus minus the square root of 4 is 2, all over 2. So simplify. In the notes, I've done it separately. X equals 4 plus 2 all over 2. Be careful typing in that calculator. X equals 3. And 4 minus 2 is 2, divided by 2 is 1. X equals 1. Circle your answer. So that's quad form using nice, pretty numbers that work really well. Writing down the formula, substituting into the formula. Simplifying, possibly answering the question. This is 2 answers. Okay, off to the right, we have 2x squared plus 5x plus 1 equals 0. So A is 2, B is 5, C is 1. So you could write the formula down again or just substitute into it. X equals negative b, negative 5, plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac. 5 squared minus 4a to c1 all over 2a. 2 times 2 is 4. Type in underneath the square root. Negative 5 plus minus. The square root 5 squared is 25. Minus 8 is 17. All over 4. Circle your answer. Or again, write down 2 separate answers like you can see in the notes. Or brackets around the top, brackets around the bottom. Type it into your calculator and get the decimals. Again, this is another example of 2 answers. So, I'm just going to continue on the sheet. So, we just did V is 2 angles on the top. Now, what about this example? Well, the trick for this one is halfway along. In red, we have this root 92. So we have to do prime factorization off to the right to simplify root 92 to be 2 root 23 and put it back in the question. Then we can divide the 6 and the coefficient 2 and the 4 all by 2. So we get 3, 1, and 2. Separate it into 2 if you like. So fraction work and radical work. The example off to the right, big blue. We have a negative 8 underneath the root. We can't square root a negative. No solution. We can have 2 answers above or 2 answers like over here. Or we can have 0 answers. No solution. Little trick in this box, if you can divide both sides by something to simplify your quad form, do it. Or just go right into quad form. Now, if the thing underneath this root is 0, if we add or subtract 0 to a number, we get the same answer, one solution. So we're going to get 2 solutions, 0 solutions, or 1 solution based on what's underneath the square root. So now let's further look into underneath the square root. But this is the discriminant, this is quad form, and we now can factor, complete the square and use the square root method, and quad form to solve quadratic equations or look for x-intercepts.